What we're going to do today is give you a brief overrun of how you're going to design your artwork to upload here on the website. So it's a very simple process. It's a matter of just taking your graphics, which would be your graphics that you would have on your computer, your PNG images. Now, the only thing about your images is they have to be transparent background. They do have to be 300 the DPI, and they have to be sized exactly to the dimensions of the graphic itself. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that, okay? So we're going to create an image from scratch based on the dimensions of how we want that image. Now, what I'm showing you today is Affinity software. So this is Affinity Designer. Now, what makes this program different from most is that it's a one-time fee. There's no monthly subscription to attach to it. If you'd be interested in a software like this that's just as powerful as Adobe, I will leave a link in the description here to where you can click on it and you can look into it yourself. But as far as the designing goes, here we go, guys. So we're going to go ahead and create a new project. Now let's just say I want this image to be 12 by 12. Okay, I'm putting it on the front of a shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my document units to inches. Whenever I'm creating designs for t-shirts, I want to create in inches. So I know that I want my design to be 12 by 12 and the DPI set to 300. Now we want to create an artboard and we want color here to be transparent background. RGB 16 or 8 is fine. We'll just leave it at RGB 16. So this is your setup here for creating any type of file here for uploading your graphics for DTF. So let's go ahead and create that. So here we have the artboard. So whatever is inside this artboard is what we're going to export as a graphic. This is 12 by 12. You see the dimensions here on the bottom right, 12 by 12. Now we can change that artboard at any given time by clicking on it and moving these. You'll notice as I move them, you see the numbers on the bottom right, they're moving. And then of course you can just click on these and then you're good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drop a file in here. So I'm going to take this graphic here, for example. Now this graphic here, it's not exactly 12 by 12. So this one comes in at 10.83 by 11.5. Now what we can do is we can pull it from the corner to make it fit the bottom. It'll snap right to the bottom. And if we wanted to, we can stretch it to meet our 12 inches. And this is all we would do. We would be done. But we notice here we got a little bit of blank space, and that's okay. The dimension of this graphic in itself, because we see here that the graphic is highlighted, it's actually highlighting the graphic, is coming in at 12.12 inches. So what we would do at this point is we would go ahead and save that image. We would export this image and we would choose PNG. We see here this is the size of our graphic and nothing else would need to be done here at all. We would click export, we would choose a file, and we would go ahead and place that. Now what I like to do is I always get in the habit, I would call this beach design, get in the habit of putting the dimensions in your graphic. So this is 12 by 12. That way when you upload it, it's going to make it that much easier to be able to know what the dimensions of your graphic are. Now when it comes to dimensions, we don't want too much blank space between the graphic. Like this is plenty, okay? This is plenty of dead space in between the graphic, okay? That transparency in between. You do want a little bit of transparency or buffering between the image, the color image itself, and just a little bit of space in between. We probably could lighten that up just a little bit, but it's perfectly fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and upload that to the website. But first, let me show you what you don't want to do when it comes to uploading graphics on our website. You don't want to do this, okay, or this. But you don't want to have a graphic like this Because what happens is this artboard is set at 12 by 12. This is the actual dimension of what is going to export when you go to export this image. So the graphics should usually be right to the edge of your artboard, because that's the artboard you created at 12 by 12. Right now, your image is sitting at 8.4 by 8.4. So when we go to print this, this is all transparent space, but it's still being read. And your image will print at this 8 by 8.4. Okay, so you don't want to have all this dead space around your image, because it will print. You may not see it, but it's reading it as a 12 by 12, and then it's seeing your graphic as an 8 by 8. So again, you would take this to the corner and pull it all the way. Now it's probably set as a 12 by 12 image. Okay, this is what you want when it comes to graphics. I'll show you another example. Let's delete this one. Let's go ahead and pull this one in. So here's this one. Now if I left it just like this, all this dead space gets printed. Okay, all this blank area gets printed. So we want to maximize it. It is a square, right? So again, we maximize it. We pull it all the way. Now it's all the way to the edge, all the way to the edge. Okay, that's maximizing your space. Now this is going to recognize all of this as a 12 by 12 image. Okay, it takes that whole square, and that's what it prints. So now that your image is done, and now that you know how to set your images, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take your image. So now that we're on the website, you're here ready to upload your image. You already know the dimensions, and the reason why I told you before, put your dimensions in your title. So when you go to take your image, click the select file, you're going to upload that. There it's telling you right there, just so you can remember what your dimensions are. So you're going to type in your dimensions, 9.8 by 9.8, or whatever dimensions you created, and you're just going to put quantity needed of that one image. So let's just say, hey, I need 10 of these. It is going to spit out the price per image and your total price for all 10. You're going to go add to cart. It is going to check your image to make sure, one, that the DPI is correct at 300 and that your dimensions match. So whatever you create, it's checking to see if it matches what you typed in here. If it doesn't, it's going to tell you, sorry, you did something wrong, or it's not reading it right. Either your DPI is off and not 300, it's lower, or your dimensions here don't match what you uploaded. So it's reading the file to make sure you're uploading the proper file. So once you're done here, you're completely done. Now if you've got another file to upload, here's the 12 by 12 we just created. We're going to upload that. So we got 12 by 12. We're going to change that to 12 by 12. And let's just say, oh, I need 15 of these. We're going to go add to cart. It's scanning and checking the file, validating the upload, and it's all good. This is how very easy it is to upload on essentialprintsupply.com. So all you got to do is upload your graphics one at a time, type in your dimensions, quantity needed. We do the gang sheeting, and it is that simple. So from how to design your graphics to how to upload them, you can be in and out in no time flat and ready to get your transfers in record time. Thanks for watching. My name is James. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.